kids these days. News.
Damn kids these days.
Submitted by Taggerit. I was like, what are you doing? Don't touch it. Like, what'd I do?
Taggerit.
Oh, I got it. Took me a minute, but I got there.
Don't touch me.
A 15-year-old YouTuber, I'm already done, has viewers concerned after announcing a pregnancy and a wedding.
Her own?
Danielle Cohn.
Who is she? What does she do?
Oh, called it. Boom.
What does she do? What's she do?
So she's like a Musically person.
Okay.
15.
So are they a YouTuber or Musically?
So first she became popular because of Musically, and then or Musically. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
Musiclers.
You just showed your age there.
I'm fucking old. Okay, and then she went into TikTok, I guess, and then she has a YouTube with 1.2 million subscribers.
Wow.
Instagram with 3.5 million followers.
I can't hate on that. That shit's bigger than JK News.
Hell yeah, these people.
That's
are
crazy.
So
I wish I could get 1 million fans doing this shit in lip sync.
Yeah, but it's like 1.2 million 8-year-old kids.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm just saying.
That's a fuck. That one day, 10 years, they're gonna be 18 and then they can vote for me. That's an army that I'm building. But I can't do it now.
Oh God, you just gave me like a flashback that fucking Jake Paulers are gonna be the next voters.
Oof.
That's true.
we're talking about him
My eyes just like got dead inside.
or his brother. Okay, so
let's
these
hope
are
they
the
grow
people.
up.
Wait, they got married?
So Danielle's 15 and then her boyfriend is 16.
What state? What country?
Is she the same girl who was like, a lot of people were, it was controversial because she was doing that sexy Halloween costume video, but she was.
Whatever. I was fucking when I was 15 and 13. Yeah.
Yeah,
They get sexual younger and younger.
that's why when I think 15, I'm like, wait, I was 15.
I felt like pretty grown at 15, even though I
Fuck yeah.
wasn't.
Hell yeah.
I felt it.
So I'm not like, oh my God, she's getting married at 15. I'm more like,
I was clubbing at 15.
I didn't. No, I was slow.
You were a good girl?
I had to be a good girl. But yeah, at 15, I was like, damn, I don't know jack shit.
Man, but isn't love so like powerful at that age? It's
Yes.
so like all encompassing everything you are. It's like a drug when you're that young.
I know.
That's why I ended up not saving it till marriage because I was convinced that I was gonna marry my boyfriend because we were so in love.
Every girlfriend that I got with, I was convinced I was gonna marry her.
Yeah.
And that was the stupidest shit on earth.
I don't think you know. You're not like fully developed as your own person.
At 19, I was already ready. I'm like, all right, I already deal drugs. I have money. We're gonna get married. And then we're gonna, that's it.
Why are you so eager to start life so young?
I know. Well,
Because the pussy too good, okay?
You want to be, because you want to,
I just want to be a grown up already.
you want to like move things along. Like, okay, well, what's next? Well, what's next?
Like JoJo Siwa said, when you're 15, you want to be 13, and when you're 13, you want to be 15. You guys know what I'm saying?
No.
JoJo Siwa.
Because when I was 13, I wanted to be 15. When I wanted 15, I think I want to be 21.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true.
Would you guys redo your...
Yes, I would have tripled down on everything I was doing and did it even worse.
So you would go back if someone was like, boop, I'm a magician fairy, I'll give you back your 13 to 19. You would redo
I would redo it, and whatever I was doing, I
With the brain now?
I would push things I did even harder.
Dude. Right now.
Yeah.
Say,
Fuck up so hard at 15. I would be fucking way more. I would not be going to class.
But those mistakes is what makes you who you want to be.
Exactly.
That's why I'm gonna make even more mistakes.
Do you think they're doing it for the views?
Like, they're only doing this for the views. So it did turn out. So they.
Isn't that a legal age to marry in some states though?
So this happened in
You
Vegas.
can have parents.
So anything can, and you can even think of a
And then they also posted this.
She just looks fat though. Does she have a baby?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, like me every
And
day.
then here's some more. Like they're saying they're pretending they got married in Vegas, but someone pointed out that someone else at the same location that they posted,
Yeah.
they had this sign that said fake wedding photos. So people are saying like, oh, maybe
this is all for the
fake.
Oh.
And so BuzzFeed got in contact with the mom with
Did you hear your home signal?
Antennas perk up.
oh yeah, you were from the right.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's cool.
Okay, so they got in contact with her mom, and then she said that the whole like getting married thing was fake, and because she just said she's committed to her best friend in Vegas. Legally, they can't get married.
Oh.
What about the
It
baby
was
picture?
done for a stunt. But then when BuzzFeed was asking about the baby and the pregnancy stuff, she would not answer. So we don't know.
So maybe she's pregnant.
Maybe she is.
But I don't think we don't live in a time anymore where if you get knocked up, you have to get married, right? Like people have more choice now.
There's a lot of people I meet. They go, "Oh, we're having a kid." I'm like, "Oh, you guys gonna get married?" Oh no.
Yeah.
I'm like, what does that mean?
I know people that like are friends that are having babies together and shit.
That's so crazy. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Weird.
Just to pop a kid out?
Like they want a kid, but they don't want to be married or have a partner.
But don't you have to be committed? Don't you gotta be committed to the kid for at least 18 years? Yeah. That's saying we gotta be friends for at least 18 years.
But there's more people who are divorced and fucking hate each other that raise a kid.
That makes a lot of sense because if you're like best friends or you're really close, right? And you're both single and you both want to have kids, you pop that baby out and you can work more, you know.
There was this movie that Madonna was in where she thought that she got pregnant by her best friend who is gay. And so they ended up like being together and raising the kids together. But like she would go date guys and he would go date guys. But like for the kid, they were together. But then I think towards the end, it turned out that she ended up having sex with one of her boyfriends, and then that was the dad. And then they were fighting in court to get.
That just sounds dangerous.
Movie.
Yeah, problematic.
The way I see it is like, okay, think about it like an arranged marriage, right? Like where you might not have romantic attraction to this person, but you're kind of obligated, and it just so happens that you guys could be good friends. And then so now you prioritize the kid's life versus a married couple that is so into their selfish romance that like it's not about the kid anymore. It's about like, well, I don't love you like I used to. It's like, well, you have a fucking kid now.
It's true because like people with that are separated, like kind of like your situation where Isaac goes to his dad on the weekends. It's like you don't have to be a mom on the weekends.
Yeah.
Like you get the weekends off. Whereas like when you're a married couple, you have to be full time.
That's what I tell Casey all the time when we talk about having another kid. I'm like, you already know what it's like being a dad, like part time though. It's not like
Are you guys separated?
Full time. No, so my son is from a previous relationship. And then
Oh, so you're married now, and then
now
so he gets to be a dad part time.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know what it's like to be a full time
Exactly.
dad.
Yeah, and I always thought that that's such a better idea. I mean, that's such a better system because it's like you get your time off.
Yeah.
Get like a half.
But when you're married, you don't ever get that unless you're away from your husband, which is like, if I wanted my time off, I'd want to be with my husband.
That's
Do
when
you
you
guys-
get grandparents involved. Right? Like you guys.
True. Like this weekend.
You guys think you would have been good parents at 15 and 16?
No.
Then I would have been with the
I need to be in jail at 15.
Dude, I had my son when I was
pregnant.
18.
But like that's a little more grown. Like your brain
For
changes
sure.
like
At 15,
180.
I was like,
yeah.
no way.
I think I'd be a better parent at 15 than now.
Shut up. Wait, 50 or 15?
15.
I heard 50.
Why?
Because
You were crazy.
I didn't have anything to live for, so that baby would have gave me life.
You would have projected a lot of shit that you hadn't learned about yourself yet onto your
Yeah,
kid.
you would have been so shitty.
Yeah, you would have been fine, but your kid would have been fucked up.
You'd have been like, a little acid for me and a little acid for you. My God. Tripping together. Oh, shit.
That's true. I wouldn't even feed my dog, and I wasn't a good doggy dad. So yeah.
Those 2 dogs you showed me?
No. When I was 15.
I was like, somebody save them. I'll take those babies. Anyways.
Yeah, I knew some girl in school that she got pregnant when she was 14. And then so she had a baby. And then she ended up going to a special high school for moms.
For pregnant people.
Yeah, for pregnant people. And then she ended up having another kid when she was 15.
Oh my lord.
Yeah. And then she had another kid when she was 16. And I'm like, stop.
Her shit works good, huh?
I mean, she's Mexican. What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
And young and potent.
Yeah.
But like that's just like I feel like that's also not healthy to be showing their audience. Like they're
That's
15
exactly
and 16.
what is happening here. So they've been getting so much backlash. Like, how could you, even if this is a prank, like why?
How is this different though
It's
from
coming
like
from
16
such a-
and like that MTV show?
Well, I think that 16 and pregnant was definitely raw, real. Like none of those people had money. None of those people were like thriving in life. They all had problems. They all came from like a place of less privilege. Where these kids have 3 million Instagram followers. They got brand deals. They're doing fine. Like,
But they're kids. They're still kids. They don't know. They don't know what they're doing is wrong. They don't know that
but
they're
if they're
influencing.
faking it, like
They don't know. They just think it's funny. Like, we're pregnant, but let's like fake it because they're still 15. Like, they still think stupid shit is funny.
the mom got interviewed for BuzzFeed and she was just like, it's a prank.
Well, the mom likes to capitalize on.
I kind of feel like it's
Okay,
just
Billy.
our culture too, because if you think about most like back in the day, people were just popping out kids at 15. Like if you think about like
Life
our
expectancy.
grandparents, great grandparents, like they look old in their teens already.
Yeah.
You look at old photos, I'm like, grandma, you still look like grandma when you were in your teens. What the
it's
fuck?
true.
And then they already like they speed up life. Like they're 15,
life
they're
expectancy
working,
was
they're
a lot less.
It was.
They're like raising families and shit at 20 years old.
And kids are being sexier and sexier the younger and younger they get. Like that girl does
People
not
in general?
look 15.
I know.
That's true. I bet you my grandpa's jealous and shit. He's like, damn.
She looks like she could be 19.
Yeah.
Like she looks like she has a bank account.
You have to listen to her speak too. When she's speaking, you could hear how young she is.
Oh.
Like she sounds really young.
Like the texture of her voice or just her vocabulary?
Both.
Do you think people like that should be dinged on their YouTube channel if they do dumb shit?
No.
Because they're not hurting anybody but
Well,
themselves.
it's also like freedom of speech and like freedom of expression.
And parenting should step in, and you should monitor what the fuck your kids watching.
Sounds like the mom.
Because you don't want to put the responsibility on them. Like, yeah, they're doing dumb choices, but I mean,
But don't you think with like smartphones now, how are you supposed to monitor everything?
Don't give them one.
Give
Why
them
you-
one. My son doesn't have
But
one.
like at what age? Like 13.
Eighth
Like you need a
grade,
phone,
yeah.
You can
right?
still say you can't have a YouTube channel where you're like doing this.
There's parental
But what they
control.
watch, right?
my
Like, their
parents
audience.
monitored the fuck out of everything I did.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I hated them then, but like I grew up a lot slower than the rest of the people in my neighborhood.
I feel like once we had like internet and computer and you give them your own shit, like you can't control, like how do you know that they don't get like in some weird deep Reddit thread and like join ISIS? Like you just wouldn't know because they could hide that shit from you.
That's true. I was in kind of an M&M board cult.
I believe it.
I gave our address out because I thought I was in love with this guy. Yeah, I got in so much
Oh
trouble.
my god, Nikki.
But I was 14. I was 14 and I thought I was in love with this guy that I met in the M&M board chat. And we had been talking.
How old was he?
He was 18.
So he says.
Yeah. No, he said he was 16 and then I found out later that he was 18.
And then you found out later he was 52.
Why would you lower your age? That's a complete loser.
Right. What? Yeah.
He's trying to appeal to a
14-year-old.
Fish her ass out.
That's disgusting.
And I think I might have lied about being 16. So we thought we were both saying we were 16.
Dude, I would always say when I was 13, I would say I was 16 too. Because I'm like, 16 just sounds so old.
Y'all
You're
have parents?
13.
Y'all ever heard of a butt whistle?
No, what is that?
Never mind.
What's a butt whistle?
My friend who has a baby was teaching me about it, where like you stick it in the baby's butt when they have gas real bad, and it's like this long, and you don't stick the whole thing in, but you like put it in the opening of their butt, and then it lets the air come out, and it's like, whoo, and it's like a little butt whistle, and they're for babies.
What made you think of that?
Yeah.
What were we just talking
The fishing.
about?
And I think we probably went.
We were talking about something else over here.
I see.
Sorry, I didn't mean to steer us so off track.
No, it's okay. Joe does it all the time.
Oh.
That was like a
Why we
Joe
get along.
comment.
That was a joke.
I didn't have to do nothing. You did it for me.
Sorry.